Hi, I'm prominent space vampire Count Vargelon, here with a theory about the Blair Witch franchise. Is the Blair Witch actually an alien? Blair Witch, the newest entry in the storied franchise, ended with an intriguing suggestion. Is it possible that the entity we've been calling a witch this whole time was actually an alien? Here at TheAvod, we decided to investigate the possibility. Our methodology is simple. We'll look at 15 key acts which either appear in the films or are described by characters. Then we'll assign a point for whether those acts are associated more with witches or aliens. Then we'll see what the final tally reveals. Obviously, we have to start with the impetus of this entire investigation, the appearance of what can best be described as a spacecraft at the end of the film Blair Witch. No room for doubt here. That's a point for aliens. Batteries going dead and tech being on the blink is a common complaint during alien encounters.
The story goes that she had bled a few children hanged by that pinpricks, probably because of some sort of illness that she detected or something to that effect.
Apparently the Blair Witch drew the suspicions of the other denizens of her village by taking blood samples from children. This clearly sounds like the actions of an alien who was conducting research on humans, but wasn't very well versed in their customs.
All of her accusers and half the town's children had vanished.
Aliens and witches are both best known for abducting children, so we're going to award both of them a point for this one.
They tied her up really high and they strung these heavy rocks to her arms and legs as weights stretching her.
We learn that the people of Blair took the suspected witch into the woods, tied her naked to a tree, and stretched out her arms and legs with rocks. But that she survived it. A witch would have likely been killed by this treatment, but who knows what an alien's physiology could endure. Whether it's Robin Weaver seeing a floating woman, or a bunch of tents suddenly flying up into the air, the Blair Witch obviously has control over gravity. That kind of mastery of basic physical laws just screams alien.
When was the last time you saw us?
Earlier this afternoon. I'm not lying.
It's been 5 days since we saw you. Maybe 6.
In the film Blair Witch, the titular character creates various zones where time stops, accelerates, or reverses as necessary. While this doesn't sound very witchy, it's the exact type of power one would expect from an alien intelligence capable of crossing dimensions or traveling huge distances across space. Honestly, this doesn't really sound like a witch or an alien. Is it possible the Blair Witch is actually a giant mutant beaver?
And that somebody had disemboweled every one of them.
Witches are more associated with making people ill and having crops fail than actual massacres, and what we hear about the events that occurred at Coffin Rock seems to have more in common with cattle mutilations than it does with anything a witch might be responsible for.
Why did you do it, Mr. Farrar? I heard voices in my head.
Brain control chips are like day one alien abduction stuff.
On her hands and everything, it was like hair, like a real dark, almost black hair. Like a horse.
Like fur?
Yeah, like a fur, like horse fur.
Huh. That really sounds like a giant mutant beaver again, doesn't it? She creates genetically engineered slave monsters. Creepy experiments designed to turn people into monsters? What could be more alien than that? This one just screams witch. I don't see aliens involving themselves in this.
When you're talking about knee-deep water, it's only 2 or 3 feet at the maximum. Her body should have easily been found. It's never found.
Wow, that's another point to the beaver, isn't it? Because a giant mutant beaver would obviously have an underwater entrance to its dam where it could easily drag a body without having to break the surface. I'm so sorry. As anyone who's seen the film Predator knows, this is absolutely the kind of thing aliens get up to. Now it's time for the final count. Alien, 11 points. Witch, 2 points. Beaver, 3 points. So, in an outcome that no one could have predicted, the scores shake out as follows. Not only is the Blair Witch almost certainly an alien, it's actually 50% more likely that she's a giant mutant beaver than a human witch. I've been prominent space vampire Count Vargelon. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you back here for the next thing.